Hi, I'm Tim Nightingale from Fenland TV, your lens on the Fens. Today we are here at the Boathouse in Wisbech to cover the elections for the Fenland District Youth Council. Whilst we're here, we also hope to interview one or two local councillors to get their thoughts on their attempts to reduce the funding for the Youth District Council.
I feel that we have been incredibly let down by councillors who have constantly over the last few years said that we support you and that we respect what you're doing, and then we had 23 councillors who voted to abolish us. We feel incredibly disappointed with the fact that the things we have done appear to have been ignored. We feel incredibly let down, and we will constantly over the next 12 months be appealing to the council, and I certainly will, to try and get them to look at what we do and how much we can offer to people in Fenland.
This meeting was to elect the chairman, deputy chairman and finance officer of the Youth District Council for the next 12 months. However, the underlying issue was the decision by the Fenland District Council to cease funding for the Youth District Council. Ben Martin was elected chair and Rana Abdel Gadir was elected deputy chair. Katie Griffiths was elected finance officer. We asked the newly elected chair what steps were and would be taken to try and save the Youth District Council.
The petition was set up about 2 months ago, and it's on change.org with a wide range of comments from different people all across the country really, and people of different ages, regardless of whether they're young or older. They do still express a wide amount of support for us.
Michelle Tanfield is the councillor responsible for the Youth District Council. Fenland TV asked her what sort of things the Youth District Council discussed.
It varies actually. Last year we brought in a discussion section where people would get to choose a subject that they could then kind of battle it out and see which ones. But I thought they'd kind of choose what was their favourite TV programme. But actually every single week they came up with testing on animals and whether prisons worked and whether corporate punishment was working, and it was amazing the difference and the passion they had with the arguments, and they were googling and finding out the different stories. Even if they didn't agree with the point of view that they were arguing against, they really did find out what it was to support that. And yeah, it was amazing. I couldn't actually believe how deep they wanted to get with their discussions.
After the elections, the Youth District Council debated their future and the council set out their position.
We're going to be looking at ways in which we can make us much more sustainable in the future, and we're also going to be appealing to the council to look at the support we have through things like our petition, which is gaining support every week. And we're certainly going to hope that some kind of decision may be reversed and that we'll be able to have some solution to allow us to continue.
Validly, I'm so proud of you all and what you're achieving, but I do want to bring some things to your mind. The YDC does not have to stop because you're not getting an officer time and you don't receive a grant money from the Fenland District Council. In fact, you've got a whole year to find a way to make sure the YDC doesn't have to change at all other than the way that it's presented to people. I want to make sure the YDC continues and carries on, and I know other members do as well. What I need to kind of hone in though for you guys is that it's going to take you guys to keep this YDC up and running. The officer time is what you won't be having. It's not we're closing the YDC, you won't exist. That you are self-sustaining and with the support of the British Youth Council, with the Parliament that you guys are going to look into to come, and Fenland District Council. In fact, in a sense, you'll be doing more for people because you'll have to get out there, you'll have to start working, you'll have to do it yourself.
Our grant from central government has been cut by over 30%, and that's money that we just no longer receive. So we've had to take a very hard look at everything we spend money on, and part of the process was a public consultation, and we actually sent a letter with a questionnaire to every household in Fenland, and based upon those responses, the second most popular item to cut was grants to groups like the Youth District Council.
Tough decisions have to be made, and I can't see that being any different in what the future cuts that are going to happen anyway.
And we have support also from headmasters of particularly Wisbech Grammar School and Cromwell, where both the heads there have expressed wide support for us for the future.
But we still have another year's funding gap that we've got to bridge somehow. So the pain isn't over, there's going to be further pain. The likelihood is we will have to cut something, maybe as much as $500,000.
The next 12 months will be the busiest and most important 12 months that we have ever had in the YDC.
The Youth District Council is a fabulous opportunity for the Fenland youth to influence local matters and to develop skills for later life. However, the Council's decision leaves them with an uncertain future.
We're always on the lookout for stories or events that are of interest to Fenland, so if you have a story that's worthy of broadcast, then drop us a line on Twitter using @Fenland TV.